I think that the human individual awakes to meaning in many ways, but essentially we awake to meaning when we find relationships that we can dedicate our own freedoms to. And I think one of the things that makes it hard for us to be able to do so is the fact that we live in an economic system that makes competition a necessity. That our currency system says in order for this currency to be valuable, it has to be scarce. So scarcity is part of our economic worldview. Means that people are forced to compete and produce self-interest. We don't wake up in a world of abundance. Oneness is abundance. It has no limits. In a sense, it is such a powerful motivation for community life if it's seen as we're working for one goal, mutually to reinforce each person's value in life. But all that is compromised by our currency system. It's not designed for everyone to have. And it's designed for someone who can work out a better plan to be more efficient at eliminating others from the game, to be a monopoly, and to actually have greater control over the resources. How many people live in a world where their word no longer matters because they don't have money? They can't participate, whether it's in a democracy, or they can't participate whether it's in any other form of economic process because they lack the basic means of participation. Now the thing is that a small portion of the world is claiming the rights to what the majority of the world produces every day. Because of some, even what we call now intellectual property, or even to some degree, ownership of history. Because for me, white people owned my ancestors. And they produced something that are still benefiting a group of people exclusively, while the descendants of that group have nothing. Now, I'm not saying we require to have economic compensation. I think we require to have the right to produce. That's all I'm saying. We have the right to produce. Everyone should be given the right to produce. We should not be consistently limited by an economic system that have made slavery worse in the 21st century than it was in the 17th century. Because people expect to participate and count. People expect to experience a world of oneness and count. Because every system tells them they're free. And when it's not true. Well, you know, it's either that the system decides to redistribute this wealth in an equitable way by building and investing in human development, because I think this is the most appropriate process for our current world economics, human development. We're a disposable culture, and as a result of that, we are challenged to give resources to where it needs to go. Real healthy social, cultural, and human development. The economic process is meeting a certain threshold now, in that people are waking to the fact that they can create other alternative agreements to our current monetary system. And if these agreements are made, I think the system itself could collapse, because it doesn't have the participation of probably, well, a lot of people. A large percentage of the world could decide to do something different out of a collective inspiration. We can't underestimate the human potential when it comes to this power of awakening. What allows a group of people at one point to say enough and create a revolution? Well, we're not thinking of revolution anymore as violence. We're thinking revolution as a power of agreement, that a group of people can one day say, this is what we prefer to have. And they create that.